the other night, Fizz has kind of mentioned that he had thought that maybe some of the misses at the rim were a result of wanting it too hard or something along those lines. I'm just kind of curious, like how do you process a game like that? What do you kind of those are shots you've made obviously throughout your career. Why do they not go in sometimes? This is maybe the simplest way to ask.
Yeah, I mean, you process, you move on. It's the NBA. It'll be nice when you don't make shots, but for many, many years, my game is not predicated on if I miss and make shots. I do other things that impact the game. So when nights when I don't make shots, I miss shots. I do other things to impact and help my team win. And that's how I look at it. Simple as that. Keep my head up and keep moving, like I've always done.
Kyle?
Russ, sort of related to that question, there could be a lot of pressure on a team when you guys have lost 5 straight games. I'm wondering what are the meetings like right now for you guys, trying to get over the hump, and how do you personally maybe try to keep that pressure from building up and getting to you guys?
I mean, for one, we never put pressure on ourselves. I think that's something that maybe you or the outside of our locker room is doing. So we, number one, never talk about pressure as a unit. Number two is we focus on the things we can control, and that's our effort, figuring out a way to follow our schemes through our games. And that's the best we can do right now, watch film when we can. First time we were able to practice in a while, with the COVID and different things that's been happening with our team. So it was good to be able to do that and get some reps in with some things. So try to find ways to bring some positives out of some of our losses.
Do you mind me asking a follow-up? What do you guys work on in practice today?
You ask the coach that.
All right, Dave?
Russ, so we've heard both Fizz and Frank and some of your teammates say we want Russ to be Russ, we want him to attack. And we've also heard Frank in particular saying what we should really be doing as a team is find the open man, because the open man is better than anybody else. He's the most talented guy on this team. So have you felt any bit of a mixed messaging or because they want you to be you, but they also don't want you to force it?
Listen, man. At this point, man, I just do what I can for the betterment of the team. Everybody wants me to do certain things. Fizz, Frank, everybody want me to do this, but then again, they don't want me to do this. Honestly, I'm over the whole situation of what everybody else want me to do and what they think I should be doing. And I'm going to go out and just play and do what I know how to do best. And that's compete my ass off, compete to better win games, make my teammates better like I've done many, many years. And I'll continue to do that, as simple as that. And honestly, I think I've been fine. I don't know what, the conversation's been heavily on how I'm playing and what I'm doing, but I think people are expecting me to have fucking 25, 15, and 15, which that is not normal. Everybody has to understand, that's not a normal thing that people do consistently. I know I've done it for the past 5 years or so, whatever that may be, but it's not a normal thing. So when people are saying Russ be Russ, I don't really think nobody understands what that means. I think people just say it and just be like, let's Russ be Russ, but nobody actually knows what that means but myself, and I'm going to lean on that and make sure I do what I'm supposed to do and let everything else outside of the locker room, whatever that may be, take care of itself.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah.
All right, Bill?
Russ, you guys have had now 4 games without Frank, and I don't know what his status is. I'm just really curious, what's been the impact of having your head coach and that voice working remotely, playing games with a different coach on the sidelines? What's just been the impact on the group, and what's that experience been like?
It's just how our season's been. As simple as that. We've been out, star players, we've been out, so road guys, we've been out our head coach. So it's kind of how our season's been thus far. It's just trying to figure out on the fly. The moment we feel like we got something going on, coach go down, different things may happen to our team. So we, for us as a unit, try to find ways to stick together and do what we can and hold the fort down.
All right, Kyle, did you have a follow-up? All right, we'll go to Dan and then Jordan.
But it's kind of along the lines of trying to just in general like navigate this season and figure everything out. I'm curious. This group has had 4 guys that, by my count, that not kind of the two-way players who haven't spent a second in the health and safety protocols yet. You were there for a hot minute. I guess my question is like, is that a cloud that just hangs over people psychologically? I mean, on a human level, like, when's it going to be my turn? And I guess, has that made this a more emotionally or mentally stressful season, just trying to even figure out what all of this means in terms of what even a positive test might even mean for you or your family?
Yeah, I mean, everybody handled it differently. Mentally, it's not just one thing that it's not just a basketball thing. This is a life in the world thing that everybody's battling with. So with that, you just got to find a way to be safe, be careful of what you're doing, where you're going, as much as possible. I mean, with all that, you can do all that and still find ways to become positive. So you just got to, make sure you're putting your right foot forward to doing the right things, and that's all you can do. And stay prayerful, and that's literally what I lean on.
All right, we'll end with Jordan, please.
Hey Russ, just wanted to ask you, about the addition of your former college teammate, DC. I know you call him coach. You guys are really close.
Yeah.
What does it bring? Like, how is it seeing him, with you again on the NBA level this time?
I mean, it's great to see him back in the NBA. He good friend of mine. We've talked throughout the years, even when he was out the league, and obviously during the league, competing against each other, and also, competing alongside each other in college, and now with the Lakers back in LA. It's great, especially when you know someone that's been out the league and trying to figure out if he wanted to come back, and he's back now, and it's good to have him in the locker room and his energy back around. So it's good to see him.